So the adored, yeah, is a perfect. Adorti is a perfect passive participle substantive. Yeah. So those having attacked.
Wait, are we doing the whole sentence?
Well, hold on. We got.
Yeah, where does this go?
Well, hold on. At the beginning, so we got then. Those having attacked had disturbed the dispersed men with their weapons having been set down. Occupied in harvesting suddenly, with a few having been slain, with a few having been killed, they had disturbed their rest in uncertain battle lines. As soon as they had surrounded them with the cavalry and the chariots. Okay, so this is a picture of a Roman war chariot. Now you think about it, the Romans didn't use chariots for war, right? They used them for like racing. Okay, but apparently the British used them in a war-like context. There was a pole, okay, you can kind of see it here, that kind of connects the chariot, like a longer pole that connects the chariot to the horses. And so a lot of times they would have one person like standing on the front of the chariot, fighting from the chariot and kind of controlling the horses, and another person like standing on the pole, okay, fighting and doing the horse's reins. Okay, so I'm going to show you this clip from The Eagle. Have y'all seen The Eagle? Channing Tatum. How can you not love The Eagle?
I love Channing Tatum.
Okay, so this is wrong time period, okay? Wrong time period. A lot of historical inaccuracies, but it has a good depiction of kind of what a British war chariot would look like.
made Mary Carter cry. Why was Mary Carter crying? Probably. People make fun of me too.
Okay, here we go. So we got nominative, linking verb.
You're so loving, Allison.
Okay, then we got genitive. So we got this method of fighting this is the method of fighting from the name of the chariot was called the Esideum. Okay, so you could say this is the method of fighting from the chariots, if you wanted to say that. Okay, at first, they ride through all the parts Okay, then what do? They throw weapons. And this is an adverb, they generally break the ranks by the terror itself of the horses and the noise of the wheels. So basically, they intimidate you, right?
Synchesis?
Nope.
No. But Grace said she found synchesis.
I did, yes. It was, unless I'm wrong. No, well.
Where?
It was gonna be ipso, or no, terrore, and then a quarry, ablative, genitive.
Yeah.
Where?
Am I right?
Is it in this one?
Yeah, hold on. Let's do it in pink. Okay, so look, we got terrore and then strepito, and then equorum rotarum.
Mm-hmm.
See how these two go together?
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
I don't know why you did it.
Well, I mean, why do you think you did it?
You just show the separation?
It's just like a parallel structure thing.
No, he's throwing the ranks out of order.
That's what I meant, separating
Yeah.
them from their logical associations. I don't know.
Well, no, I mean it's parallel, right? You got. It's not chiasmus. Laugh at me, people. Just let me. It's synchesis. Okay, so synchesis is interlocked word order. So he's showing how, the intimidation caused the ranks to be out of order. Then there was more intimidation, which caused them to be more out of disorder. We'll talk about polysynthesis in just a second here.
To show how many adversities Caesar faced. As it always is.
Okay. Okay. And then we got a cum temporal clause. How did I know it was cum temporal? Because the verb's not subjunctive. Okay, and when they have But this says insinuate to wind a way in. I said it meant worked themselves in and use that among the troops of cavalry. This is the word for troops right here. So, like Roman squadrons, okay, had about 30 horsemen. Okay, but we don't know how many British people he had, right? It could have been like 5,000 British people. It could have been like, 5 British people and a bunch of loud noise chariots. They could like pipe noise in like college football games. Okay, so we got when they have worked themselves in among the troops of the cavalry, they leap down from the chariots and they fight on foot.
What's it called with all the yellows at the end? Is it called something or is it just?
It's polysyndeton. We can see, look, we got more polysyndeton here, right? Let's see. Any other polysyndeton here? Why did he use polysyndeton? Why is he like writing it like we're taking, 2 girls sit under the tree and sing? Why is he doing it? Yeah, but if he speeds up the narrative, he leaves things out.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
right?
No, it's not that one.
So it's like, look at all these things that they did that were against us.
Yeah.
That's the other one.
Look at all the things they did, and yet I don't know, do they overcome them? I don't know. We'll have to see. Dun dun dun.
Until the next.
Was it the Romans are defeated by the Romans? Look, spoilers.
Dun 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 dun.
In that case, it's
Hold on.
you can't blame me for being defeated because look at all the.
Look, remember he builds up a worthy enemy. Right. So he's building up a worthy enemy.
Like studio and.
Yeah. Yep. He's building up a worthy enemy. Okay, so we got the charioteers. Okay, now think about it. To be a charioteer, Tacitus talks about this later on in Roman history. But to be charioteers were usually of noble birth because they could afford the equipment. It wasn't like the Roman army, the American army, where they give you all the equipment that you need. Okay, so you had to supply equites for middle class people because they could afford the horse they rode on. So charioteers, noble birth. Okay, so we got meanwhile the charioteers gradually excadunt go out from the battle and so place the chariots. Now look, you see so. Yeah, it goes ding, 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 ding in your brain. Right? That it's a result clause. Okay, but look, your result clause is from here to here. Okay, and then you got a conditional clause before it. Okay, so they placed their chariots in such a way that if those guys, like the other soldiers, if those are being pressed by a multitude of the enemies, they have a ready retreat to their friends.
Wait, is that actually the word you use, their friends?
Or to their own men.
This sounds like something the Romans really hate.
Okay, one more thing I want to point out to you before we can move on from this part here is, do you see how, okay, we're talking about chariots. I'm going to do it in purple here. Okay, do you see how all of this, we have a lot of P's, P sounds?
Where? Sorry. Oh, yeah.
Pedibus, proiliantur, right? Palatum, proilio. Okay, I don't know if y'all have ever read, what is it, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner? You ever read that poem? Okay, it's written in what's called like anapestic something or other. Anapestic hexameter or something like that.
So, not iambic pentameter.
Not iambic pentameter. But anyway, the meter of the poem sounds like a horse galloping. Okay? So Caesar's pus sounds, plerum,
Is
perturbant,
Stacey's
pedibus, proiliantur, palatum, is to make it sound like the galloping of horses.
Doesn't know.
Okay? Well, think about it. How could you work that into an essay?
Saying he wants to capture the noise and confusion
Of the battle.
To immerse the reader
Yeah.
So then,
in the
this is
reality.
why the Romans got messed up. Not because war is, because it's all very confusing.
Well, and I also think he uses the present tense. Look how he's using the present
I feel like he
tense.
totally planned out his entire battle strategy, but what is going to look the best on paper?
Yeah, what's going to look the best on
What am I
paper?
right about?
Caesar was-
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like he was good enough to do that.
Yeah,
How can I make this look really cool?
yeah. And so but I think he also put it in the present tense to kind of show you the presentness of the action.
So it's not Caesar's birthday.
I don't think it's Caesar's birthday.
Okay, Irby told me that today, and he's like, he's